Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Toy Picker Infinity's Toy Review channel. And today we are going to be reviewing Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Form this, pussycats! Well, okay, never mind. I seem to sense a little bit of vintage toy jealousy over who Voltron is really supposed to be. So I guess instead we will be doing a toy review of the Godaikin Daltanias today. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Daltanias was once supposed to be the original Lion Voltron. When World Event Productions, or also known as WEEP, decided to create the Voltron show for the Lion Voltrons from the original Golion show in Japan, WEEP said, send us the robot with the lion. And the robot with the lion at that time that was the big hit was Daltanias in Japan. Golion had only run for one season, and Daltanias was a very popular robot in Japan. But in what some people call, and some collectors call, the greatest robot mistake ever made, and probably the best money-making mistake ever made by Bandai, they shipped the Lion Voltron in the Golion instead. And so Golion arrived with all of the beautiful colored lions, and it became Voltron, taking the spotlight away from Daltanias, and Daltanias moved on into little unknown robot history except for the collectors who know the story and know that, yes, Daltanias could have been the Lion Voltron. So let's go ahead and get right into them. So this is my set of Daltanias. I want to send a shout out to my very good friend Ed Sanford of Robot Japan. I actually purchased this set when Ed auctioned off some of his collection years ago, and this is a museum quality piece. It came in mint condition. Of course, I had to open it up because it's incredibly awesome, and it's one of my most favorite robots of all time. So I had to open him up, take a look at him, and hey Ed, I'm sorry he's near mint now, but here he is, the original Daltanias, and what was supposed to be the original Voltron. He is incredibly well built. He has a lot of die cast and a lot of plastic. His top robot, Altus, right here, he could be his own toy. He is completely die cast, and actually Popy did make a separate toy of just him alone just because of how well built he is. But this is Daltanias in robot form, and he comes in three parts. The robot, of course, Atlas, Valerios is the lion, and then down here is Gunper, the legs. And so let me show you all the accessories with. You've already seen the original blazing sword, or Daltanias' flame sword here, as everybody else likes to call it. And he's able to hold that. He comes with a whole bunch of accessories. He comes with another shield, some extra swords, a crossbow, and lots of missile firing features on this robot. So let's go ahead and take a look at inside the box. So I'm going to pop it open here, move him on over. Make sure he doesn't tumble. And inside the box, I still have everything sealed. I haven't pulled anything apart except for up here. I did have to open up accessories number 1 in order to get the other headpiece out of here, and the other headpiece is underneath the directions, because when you form the robot, the headpiece that's on him is for the robot. The other headpiece is when he's, that I'll show in a little bit, is when he's in a single robot form. So you can open it up, and he comes with a ton of other accessories. He comes with a crossbow, and the crossbow can actually pegged in to the right hand only. It has 2 pegs that fit only the right hand. He comes with, of course, a shield, and then there's a smaller sword and a smaller shield for Atlas, and some other weapons that come for everything. I'm not going to open these up because the missiles and the weapons up here are still completely sealed. But let's move on to taking him apart so you can see what Atlas looks like, or what Daltanius looks like in his separate forms. So he has a very easy transformation here. We'll take the legs off first. The legs just slide right off, much like Voltron. And then on the back, you have to be very, very careful with this tail, ladies and gentlemen, because this tail is like gold-plated, painted, and the tail chips really easy if it bends. I happen to have one, you know, that, like I said, this is museum quality, so the tail is in perfect condition. But you got to be really careful with the tail when you're transforming him, or else you can easily start cracking off the chrome and it comes apart. So there's a switch on the back that pops the back, and then you want to pull Atlas kind of an angle out, and then he slides right on out. So Atlas unfolds very easy. A lot of these get scrapes on the legs and that kind of stuff because it's metal on metal in these areas inside of Atlas. So you'll see a lot of these all kind of scratched up. One way to stop that is put a little clear tape along the edges, and it keeps things from getting scratched up. So when you form Atlas into the robot, he's very simple. Remove the big fists, and there he is. And I'll dig out the other headpiece in just a minute. And then Gumper here, the legs, they are very, very easy to form. Legs just completely unfold, like so. You got to reach in here and get this extra part which clamps the vehicle together, like that. Then it has 2 spring-loaded pop-out wings, 2 spring-loaded cockpits, and there is the spaceship, Gumper. He also has these arms that come up. And as I said, inside the sealed box here, there's some weapons. There's some claws and there's some guns that actually attach to the bottom of these arms, so you can give the ship a little bit of extra weaponry. And then this is the headpiece. This headpiece pops out of Atlas. And then here's the new piece. The only difference really between them is, you know, the lower wings. So this one doesn't have the little lower wings that the other one has, and the little taller spur of wings that come up over the top. And there's these little yellow leg pieces that fit on that can also be doubled as like swords or little extra weapons that fit on the sides of his legs. And then we're going to go to Valerios. Valerios the lion. And you know, before Golion came along, I mean, this is a pretty intricate lion that stands really well, has a lot of posability, is probably one of the nicest robot lion toys ever made. He has a rear missile launcher and a mouth missile launcher, and you can actually pose him in quite a few different poses, but it is one heck of a robot and one heck of a toy. And this toy is very, very well built. It can withstand a lot of punishment. And the paint is well done on it. Like I said, there's a few areas that are metal to metal, which kind of scratch up the paint here and there. But this is probably one of the coolest Godaikin toys that was ever made in the Godaikin line. With a 3 combining series. A lot of people would argue that Tetsujin 28 or Voltes 5 or even Combatra are the most awesome combiners. But in my own mind, my own personal opinion, Daltanias is it. And again, Daltanias, in my mind, should have been the original Voltron, though many may argue that point and, you know, put comments in the window or whatever you'd like to do at the bottom about this, you know. But in my mind, I feel that you know, Daltanias was the true Voltron, but you know, the other Voltron that we ended up getting was just as awesome as well. So there's your little history lesson, ladies and gentlemen, on Daltanias, and there he is. So if you have any questions or any comments, leave them in the box below, and I hope you enjoyed this review of the Godaikin Daltanias. Thank you.